So we're going to talk about gongs. All right. So there are obviously a lot of gongs here. We have two main types of gong in the world, right? There are gongs that look like this, which are mostly flat and don't make a musical pitch. These are often referred to as tam-tams. And this particular one, this is a 12-inch tiger gong, which is a Chinese style gong. And it sounds like this. Okay. So like a big version of this is, your common orchestra gong, gong show gong, right? So then the other main type of gong are what everyone else up here is, which are called bossed gongs or nipple gongs that are bigger and they have a raised center here and are typically tuned to a musical pitch. So most of what I use are these sorts of gongs. All right, so this particular one is from Bali. I bought it from a guy in Phoenix who brought it back from Bali in the 70s. So I don't know the exact name of this exact type of gong, but it's definitely from Indonesia, and it's definitely makes a note, right? So this one would have been used as a time marker, more than likely, to denote where you are in a song. The big guy down here, I don't know its exact origin. I bought it online. It was referred to by the generic name of being a bao gong. There are lots of gongs like this in Southeast Asia, especially Indonesia, also primarily used to denote time in a pattern. So lot lower note, bigger gong, lower note. Then all of the gongs up here behind me are from Thailand. They are imported by a company called the Gong Shop. Imported, then tuned to actual Western musical notes. These are the ones that I actually use a lot in Dubxotica to play melodies. So here I have 8 ranging from an octave from C4 to C5. With these, I'm playing them with vibraphone mallets, yarn-covered vibraphone mallets. I like the way these sound on here, and I like the fact that these have long handles, which make spanning this long space relatively easily. In most of my recording with Dubxotica, I played these on a horizontal rack like this. This rack I built for those gongs, although they are not intended to be played horizontally. These gongs, which are from the Philippines, are designed to be played horizontally. So this is called kulintang gongs. So it would typically be a set of 7, and they're all tuned to musical notes. There are 2 more notes that I just don't have room for on this frame that I built for those gongs. So these are typically played with like wooden sticks, or sometimes with covered sticks like this. These are mallets for singing bowls, which were the closest thing that I could find made in America that I could get to play these and sound relatively decent. If you try to play these with a harder, it doesn't sound too bad. Sounds better with these. These, because they're tuned to a musical pitch, but I don't know what the pitch are. I don't typically record them. I got these relatively recently. I have 2 sets. There's these, and then there's a whole nother set down here of higher pitched ones. I would have to do some research to figure out exactly what the notes are, and they are not tuned to a standard musical tuning, which means if I record them in a song, I would have to retune every instrument to be in tune with these gongs. Now, I have used some of these for non-melodic things. So another way these Boss gongs are played are handheld and often rhythmically. So, and there's a couple of different ways I've seen. You can just hit it like that, or depending on how you hold it, you can hit it and mute it. So I have done that with these, where I've used them in songs where they're just there for a pulse. And then what I've done is I've gone in and used auto tune to actually tune them to a standard musical pitch. So the main reason why I bought these is because they were there. They showed up at a local antique store, and I'm like, oh my God. So I bought all of them. They're like, we can sell them one at a time. I'm like, no, I want the whole set. All right. So I might not perform with them ever. I might not record a whole song with them, but I probably will. I just have to figure out what the notes are if I'm going to play any other instruments with them. So I think that's most of them. Oh, I do have 2 more of those Filipino Kulantan gongs that I bought. I got these online. They were sold as gamelan gongs. So gamelan would be from Indonesia. These are more than likely actually Filipino gongs. So there's 2 of them, and they have strings on them for hanging that I don't think are original. I have a suspicion that somebody drilled a hole in here, put a little string on there so you could suspend it and play it like that. So that's my suspicions. These are in Indonesian gamelan orchestra. They sometimes will use 1 or 2 very much like this for really rhythmic elements, not necessarily for melodic elements. The Indonesian gamelan orchestra will often have a whole set of bigger tuned gongs like this, which I don't have. So that's my gongs.